Hi guys, what's up? What's going on? Oh my god, there's hair in my face. All right, hello my loves. What's up? What's going on? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a new pick a card reading. This is kind of the new setup. It's a work in progress still. Only that light works right now. That bulb died. I don't know. We're doing it. We're working with it. That's fine. Today's pick a card reading is on the topic of some really exciting news. This is like some urgent, exciting news if you guys want to find out some exciting news. I know some people are triggered by the word urgent, but it's fine. It's only meant for the people who feel like, ooh, I want to know about some exciting news. So here we are. We're doing it. We're getting into it. If you guys are new to pick a card readings, I'm going to give you guys a quick little rundown of how it works. So over here we have pile number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you can take a moment, pause the video if you'd like to find the pile that you are the most drawn towards. If you guys like to choose with crystals below the cards, I'll be popping some crystals on there in just a second. But then once you're done choosing your specific card, then you guys can scroll down to the comment box or the description box to find the timestamp that's linked to your specific cards. Then you can skip ahead and watch your personal reading all about some really exciting news coming in. And if you guys like to choose with crystals, let's pop some crystals on these cards. All right, so if you guys like to choose with crystals, here are our crystal options. Over here we have some citrine, and then we have some apophyllite. Then we also have some girasol, and then we have covalite, and then we have some Lemurian amethyst. Ooh, very fun, very cool. So again, take a moment, pause the video if you'd like to find the pile that you're the most drawn towards. Then once you're done choosing, you can go ahead and scroll down to the comment box or the description box to find the timestamp that's linked to your specific card. Then you can skip ahead and watch your personal reading. So without further ado, let's hop right into this, starting with pile number 1. Let's go, let's get started. All right, so group number 1, if you guys chose this pile, let's hop right into your guys' tarot card reading all about some exciting news. Ooh, okay, so group number 1, we have the Wheel of Fortune, we have the 10 of Inspiration, which is the 10 of Wands, then we have the Death card, and then we have Temperance. So, ooh, lots going on over here. This is really enticing to me because you guys have 3 major arcana cards, and that's usually quite significant. It means you guys are going through a major transition. And what I really see for you guys is you're going through a time of letting go. So some exciting news for you guys. If you've been working really hard and you feel like you've been taking the weight of the world on your shoulders, I feel like you guys are getting a break really soon here. I feel like you guys are getting a breakthrough. And a break in general. So the word break just comes to my head when I look at all of this, but in the best way possible. It's like you guys finally get to relax. You guys finally get to breathe out. If there's been something that's been bothering you, that's been like a big question that you've had, I feel like you guys are gonna get your answers to that really soon. And I also feel like you guys are getting your freedom back in some kind of way. Whenever I look at this Temperance, somehow I'm feeling this freedom sort of energy. So I feel like in the very near future, you guys are gonna feel this big sense of freedom, this big sense of finally being able to add on a bit more of who you are and figure out a little bit more of who you are. Whenever I look at this, the message that I'm getting for you guys today, at least with the Temperance over here, is that you guys are kind of figuring out more about yourself. And I feel like you're gonna discover a whole new side of yourself that you didn't know existed. And so I do feel like somehow you're going to be pushed into a scenario where either a friend or someone around you is going to push you into doing something that you're not used to doing. And they're going to basically be like, oh, hey, do you want to go do this certain thing with me? Do you want to go try this? Or maybe you're going to be scrolling online and you're going to see something, you're going to come across something that you've never really explored before, but I feel like you're getting inspired by something brand new and it's adding on a whole new piece. I feel like you guys are taking under a new hobby or a new thing that you guys enjoy or a new project of some kind that's going to really bring you guys a lot of happiness and a lot of inspiration. It's going to feel more like you than you've ever felt before. And I feel like this is going to start coming right when you start to see the positives, because I feel like right now you guys might be blocking out this opportunity. I feel like this opportunity is almost already surrounding you, but I feel like you guys have been kind of blocking it away because I feel like there's a bit of a sense of a lurking sadness that might have been around you for the recent, in the recent past. And I feel like you guys still have a bit of that, and it's stopping you from saying yes to certain things when people invite you to go do something or when people ask you if you want to join them on something. I feel like you're pretty reluctant in saying no. And I just sense, I really feel like once you guys start really opening yourselves up, and taking on the opportunities that are around you. I really see this unfolding and really see this happening for you guys, where you discover a whole new aspect of yourselves. And I see this happiness being able to pour in. I see you guys de-stressing a ton, especially if you guys feel like you haven't quite found your purpose yet. Maybe some of you guys watching this have found your purpose, but if some of you guys haven't, I feel like this is linked on the journey of finally really discovering yourself and discovering what you really want to do. If you guys have already found your purpose, I see that you guys are going to be re-inspired. I feel like you guys have been just in the moment, kind of like this workaholic a little bit, or you're just very focused on, you know, the same old schedules and routines, same old things. So even if you're not a workaholic and you just, you know, you're doing your own thing, I feel like it's been the same routine day after day, and it kind of blurs into each other. I feel like the months have been blurring into each other because it kind of feels like you're on repeat. You're just kind of doing the same motions, going through life in the same way, but there is this new opportunity coming in. So as long as you start to say yes to the certain opportunities that you're getting, and you just start getting yourself out there, the really exciting news for you guys is you're literally going to discover a whole new piece of yourself. You're going to get re-inspired about life again, and things are going to start to look real Gucci. The next two cards that we have over here, we have guide, a guide, mentor, a trustworthy ally. So with this card right here, I feel like it's a friend that is going to be kind of bringing you this opportunity and bringing you this kind of chance over here. And so I do feel like you're being guided. I feel like your spirit guides, your ancestors are all setting this up because they're like, okay, now is the time for you to discover broader aspects of yourself, to bring in bigger aspects of yourself so that you can get re-inspired about life again. So I feel like this is all like divinely orchestrated for you when we have this card. And I do feel like the opportunity is coming in through another person. So this could be a friend, this could be a family member or something like that. So if you have a friend or a family member that comes to you asking if you want to join them on something, or like go to a party, or you know, go do a certain activity with them, do it, because I really feel like you're going to be bringing in that new aspect. Oh, and then we have the card of homeland. So arrival, a journey ends, establishment, building, and settled. So I do feel like you're establishing a whole new part of yourself. I really feel like this is going to lead you into really building a solid foundation for yourself, to really find where you want to root yourself, discovering a deeper aspect. That's why we have this homeland. I feel like you're going to finally find something where you feel so good in. I feel like it's going to really invigorate your soul in so many different ways. Oh my gosh, when I saw that card, I just got like goosebumps all through me. The next two cards that we have over here, we have get back to nature and reconnect to your hippie roots. Again, we have being rooted again. So this is really discovering yourself, being able to really go deep. This is reaching a deep aspect of yourself that you have yet to uncover. So the really exciting news for you guys is that you're going to be uncovering a new, really deep aspect of yourself, and you're going to discover something that you really want to root yourself in. This is a long-lasting thing that is going to come with you for a very long time. And the hippie roots over here, this could even be that you get into more esoteric stuff. This could even be that you root yourself into something that you feel like you want to stay in for a long time. I really see you guys are rooting yourself. Also with this freedom and stuff, and the fact that we have homeland and roots, you could also be guided to moving and finding a little bit more independence, because I was seeing and sensing a little bit of breaking free and getting a little bit more independent. And so I do see a little bit of this as well. So it could be that you guys are expanding your home in some way, or it could be that you're finding out where you really truly do belong, and it might make you desire to move in some sort of way. So this could be a metaphorical move. You know, you're now discovering yourself and rooting yourself into something that you really want to be in, or it could also mean that you're really going to actually move as well. And then we do also have tune into your inner peace. And so I really feel like you guys are going to find that alignment. When I look at this card, this is an alignment. You guys are finally finding where you belong in the world, because you're finding out more about yourself. You're finding out more about who you are. And this discovery, again, is just going to bring in and burst so much inspiration for you guys. Like the sense that I'm getting for you guys is this, like, invigorated by life again, feeling alive again, feeling like things are just like, it's like that breath of fresh air. Like, you know, you've been in the same routine for so long. It's almost like watching the same show on repeat, or like staring at your laundry, waiting for it to get done. And you're just like, it's the same every day. But now you're in a whole new environment. You're placing yourself somewhere new, but it has to come, and it's only going to come when you start saying yes to the opportunities that are around you. So yeah, the one advice from Spirit is start saying yes. Because I do feel like you're going to find some deep aspects of yourself through that. Ooh, and then we also have the card of prosperity. As this tree grows so strong, so fine, so may I prosper from the universal divine. So trees deal with roots. I really feel like you're going to be making something out of this. You're going to be kind of discovering a new aspect of yourself, and I do feel like it's going to pay off in some way, because I feel like you guys are going to somehow turn it into something that is bringing in monetary gains for you guys. So I do see your prosperity increasing from this. I also feel like you guys just feel intensely more abundant because of it, but somehow I do feel like it's going to work itself into being some sort of career choice for you guys, some sort of career expansion for you guys. You're getting re-inspired about something that's gonna in turn bring you a little bit more abundance and more wealth and prosperity. And then we also have the card of courage. By shining brave and true and bright, my courage now returns this night. Ooh! So by shining brave, true and bright, so by reinvigorating your light, by getting back out there, doing things that are outside of your comfort zone, doing things that are new for you that maybe you've been saying no to lately because you're just, you're used to your same routine, even though you want change, even though you're not exactly super like gung-ho every single day about your routine. Somehow you're always just staying in it. So it's time to change, and I really feel like you guys are going to be changing, and through that I feel like you guys are going to be finding your inner light again, rediscovering that inner light. And then my courage now returns this night. So I really feel like this is the inspiration that's going to return to you, the motivation that's going to return to you, the courage that's going to return to you, where you're like, I gotta do this, I'm motivated, I'm so inspired. It's like that inspiration where you don't want to fall asleep at night because you're so excited to get things rolling and get things moving. So I really feel like that's going to be the new norm for you guys. And then the next three cards that we have over here, we have self-love. This is going to reinvigorate your love for yourself again, your love for life again, the love that you have for being out in the world. So this card is just like, I feel like you guys are going to like wake up in the morning being like, oh my God, I truly love my life again. I love myself. I love who I am. I love what I'm doing. It's this whole inspiration that's just like, it's just so good. So these are the peacock's feathers over here. The image on this card is a peacock. And so I really feel like you guys are going to rediscover your own light, being able to see your own light again, being inspired by yourself and who you are and what you want to do and the light that you want to shine on this world. Oh, and then we have another card about get courageous. We have another card about courage. So again, you guys are really finding that inner motivation within you, and it's going to feel like an unstoppable force. Essentially, I really feel like you guys are going to feel unstoppable. You're spreading those wings again. The image on this card is like spreading them wings. So woo, you guys are truly getting back out there, ascending, getting to a higher level. And then we have the card of manifest. You guys, this is bringing in a whole new energy. I feel like things are going to start to move very quickly for you as you get into this alignment and get this new inspiration. I feel like your manifestation abilities are just going to be like they're going to be so quick. Again, those wings, you guys are ascending so high. I feel like things are just going to start pouring in. Things are going to start happening for you very quickly. And then we also have nature. Again, we have 2 nature cards here, or even 3 technically, because we have a lot about rooting, a lot about, the nature, get back to nature and reconnect to your hippie roots. And then we have the card here of nature again. So get outside, you guys. Getting outside is going to be one of the most important things for you. I also feel like you guys might be exploring more of your surroundings, more things around you. And I feel like this is going to invigorate your soul with more of that nature energy. Because as we know, nature energy is what brings the soul to life. It gives us energy. Being around plants have negative ions, trees have negative ions, nature, the ocean has negative ions. Negative ions are known to increase our happiness, our inspiration. So the more that you get outside, you're getting into this alignment, you're rediscovering yourself, you're literally shining a light on this part of yourself that's kind of been off, that's kind of been hidden. It's been asleep. And then I feel like you're waking up that side of yourself, and whoo, are things ever moving forward? Are things ever being so good? And again, we have those birds and they're surrounded by this acorn, and it's just like, I really feel like this is a rebirth, a renewal. You're birthing a whole new aspect of yourself that you entirely forgot about. And so this is the ultimate time of creativity, because birth, seeding is all about creativity. I feel like you're planting seeds for what you want to create in your future, and they're finally beginning to blossom. I feel like you are still this seed. There's an aspect of you that's still a seed that you have yet to discover, and you're on the verge of discovering it. If you guys chose this pile, it's like, it's coming in, guys. It's coming in hot. So you be prepared for it, because whoo. Our next card that we have, though, is Libra, I balance. So this is all about finding your balance again. This is about bringing justice to yourself. This is about finding and equaling out the scales, because right now I feel like you've been spending a lot of time at home. You've been spending a lot of time doing your regular routines. We need that balance of adding in the new fun stuff as well, along with our regular routines. Our regular routines help keep us on track. It helps keep us, it's a sense of survival. The ego feels comfortable in it because we know that we know how that works. We're already familiar with it. And so the familiar mind is like, yeah, that's a good fallback. But then, you know, the other part of our mind, our creative mind, gets really halted by that, because then we're like, I have no inspiration. I'm just doing the same thing over and over again. It's kind of like a dead energy, because you've wrung out that lemon of all of its juice already. And so the creative mind is like, I just need a little bit more gas in the engine. I don't feel creative. How do you get creative? The balance of, yes, we need to fall back on our comfortable routines because we know it's safe, because we know that it ensures our, you know, our current stabilization, our current safety, our current security. But then we also need the balance of discovering more about ourselves, experiencing life. That's why we're here, guys, is to experience life. We're not here to be a puppet or a hamster on a hamster wheel, constantly just like pumping out, same routine, pumping out. Sometimes you have to go to the store and be like, you know what, I want a new hamster wheel. You know what? I actually want to explore a little bit more, and maybe I don't want a hamster wheel today, and I want to do something completely different. I want to be a hamster that's going to go swim. Okay? There's options, but there's only ever options if you have balance of current routines and new things. And you guys are real discovering them new things. They're coming up, guys. It's on the verge. If not, maybe it's already even happening and you're feeling these inspirations, and you have people hitting you up like, come with me hiking, or come with me here, come with me there. And it's time to say yes. And then we also have first house, the body. And so another thing that I feel like you guys are going to be really aware about is, again, the first house is ruled by Aries. This deals with I am. This deals with the self. This is redefining a new you. So I feel like you guys are really discovering a new you, finding balance within you of, yes, I keep a bit of the old, but I want to discover some more. You know, you can't just stop there. You can't just be like, you know, I'm this age now. I kind of know this. I know that. I have that. So I'll just like keep on going that until perpetually through the next 20, 50, 60, 80 years of my life. Nah, like what? Life is about constant experience, constantly wanting and desiring to discover more about yourself and experience more. So again, I really feel like you guys are finding more of that balance, finding more about who you are. And I also feel like you guys are going to find more balance in your diet. And I feel like somehow exercise and diet's going to play a huge role into how you're feeling internally and the inspirational and creativity or creative energy that you have within. So I feel like that will play another big thing. I also see that you guys, because we have a lot of this rooting, finding out who you really are kind of energy. And then we also have the self, the body. And so when I'm looking at this, I almost feel like you're finding where you truly want to be with yourself, but spreading open those wings. We have the peacock, self-love. I do feel like you guys are going to give yourself some like some TLC, some tender love and care. I feel like you guys are going to be doing a little bit of like downtime of really wanting to primp yourselves up and feel really good about yourself. So I feel like there might be something that you want to do for yourself, you know, like buy a new outfit, something along the lines of that. But I really feel like you guys are kind of like changing the clock here and spreading those wings, because even in this I am card, it looks like he's like flapping his arms and they look like they're transferring into wings. It's like he's like trying to take off. So I really feel like you're doing things that are helping you get more inspired, get more, you know. And then we also have Pisces, I believe. And so I also feel like you guys are going to be, your dreams are going to be quite significant for you in the next little while. Other exciting things around Pisces would be that I feel like you guys are awakening deep things in your subconscious mind that you haven't yet realized prior. And you're awakening parts of yourself that you didn't even know existed. And pay attention to your dreams. I feel like your dreams are going to tell you a lot about that. So that's what I'm seeing for you guys. Pile number 1. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, don't forget to give it a really big thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button down below if you have not already. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. All right, so pile number 2, if you guys chose this pile, this is going to be your reading all about some really exciting news that you guys need to hear right now. So without further ado, let's hop right into it, starting now. All right, so pile number 2, here's what I'm seeing for you guys. So we have the 2 of materials, which is the 2 of pentacles. We have the 10 of voices, which is the 10 of swords. Then we have the 6 of inspiration, which is the 6 of wands. And then we have the 7 of materials, which is the 7 of pentacles. So let's talk about what I'm seeing for you guys. Immediately, what I'm getting from here, some exciting news, is that you're letting go of needing to be a people pleaser. If you guys chose this pile, I really feel like there's a sense of you guys that constantly feels like you need to help other people. And if other people call you being like, oh, I need you, you're so quick to put off your own stuff, to put off your own wants and needs in order to be there for other people, in order to do things for other people. Or, if they need you, you're constantly dropping your own things in order to help other people. And one thing that I really see for you guys is finding your own voice, actually, because the word voice and 10 of voices is for some reason really sticking out to me. And I really feel like you guys are going to be being able to really stand up for yourself, speak up for yourself. I feel like that's one of the most exciting things that's coming along for you guys. But the reason why this is so exciting is because I feel like you guys might feel a little bit behind in your own life. And in a way, people pleasing is kind of a little bit of a distraction from that, because it's helping you feel more, like you're doing something. And I feel like you're finally getting the voice to be like, you know what? I want to do my own thing. And I feel like you're coming across this inspiration of really wanting recognition for yourself, for things that you've done for you. And I really feel like that's actually on its way, because I really see that you guys are going to start to put more into your own endeavors, your own dreams, your own inspirations. I feel like you're going to put more time towards that. I feel like you guys are finding things that you're inspired about, and you're like, you know what, I want to make something of this. I want to finish this project. I want to do this thing. And so I really feel like you guys are on the verge of doing that. And I really feel like pulling one more card for you guys for some reason, but I really feel like you guys are completely on the verge of, oh, we had a fallout card. Here we go. So we have the moon. Okay, so again, you guys are really discovering something pretty deep about yourselves. And this is such a pink, the fact that this is a pink moon is really standing out to me right now. So you guys are really, there's a heart chakra thing for you guys where it feels like, again, the pink is the higher heart chakra. And so this is what do you love? What inspires you? Yes, you love other people, but you also need to love yourself and put some eggs into your own basket so that those can grow. And I really see that you guys are planting these seeds. The 7 of materials that we have over here, you guys are finally putting stuff towards your things that you want to create. I feel like there's some unfinished projects that you guys have, some ideas that you've had in the past where you're like, oh, I'm totally gonna do that. And you guys kind of begin it, but there's never a full execution of it. There's never a completion. And I feel like you guys are finally coming back to that because you guys are really desiring to complete it. And there's a part of you that might be a little bit confused about, okay, how do I complete it? Is this the right road? I feel like there's this fog that's around you, that's been around you of, I don't really know what to do. And so yes, I'm around helping other people because I don't really know what I want to do for myself yet. And so it kind of feels good. It feels productive to be around other people and help other people, because I feel like there's this unsure type of energy, this clouded energy, this foggy energy around you of, I don't really know what my future, what I want it to look like. I feel like there's still this confusion of what you guys want it to look like, but I see that you guys are getting some clarity and that you guys are going to finally begin something, because the whole thing about your future is you just need to begin it. You need to begin it, and you need to continue down that road in order to discover where you're going to go. Because if you still stay at stage 1, if stage 1 is the cloud district of of your life, and it's all foggy, and it's always foggy in that area, you're never going to see where you want to be in your future unless you start walking down the road and just get out of the fog. But you have to walk down the road first to get out of the fog. You can't just stay there. So you need to pick something that you guys want to do, which I see that you guys are going to start doing, which is really exciting. And you're going to finally be planting some seeds along the road of, okay, I'm going to try this. And I'm just going to keep walking down it, keep walking down it, keep walking down it, and see where it leads me. Because as you go more down that path, you're exiting the fog. You're going farther and farther away from the fog. And even if that's not the path that you're going to stick onto forever, that's fine. Because usually all roads, they have this turn, that turn. There's multiple options. There's millions and millions of options. But you guys just need to walk down one at least in order to get yourselves out of the fog. Even if that's not going to be your permanent road, at least you're going to be further and further away from the fog. And it's so interesting that I keep using this example because where I live right now is closer to the beach, and constantly we have this crazy fog. And even today we had this crazy fog, and I was at Starbucks this morning getting a tea, and the lady there was like, "Does it smell outside?" And I was like, "No, what? Why?" And she's like, "It looks so smoky." And I was like, "Oh, that's just the fog from the ocean." She's like, "Oh, I didn't even know that." She had just moved to where I am in California recently from Colorado. And so she thought that it was like literally there was some sort of fire and that there was smoke. And I'm like, no, that's just every day we have this fog in the morning. And it's only ever in the morning. It clears up by the evening. So yeah, she was definitely really confused about that. But I feel like that's really symbolic to your guys' situation right now. I feel like wherever you guys you're still at, you're wondering, why haven't I found my answer yet? Stop sitting in the fog. Stop taking all your time to help other people, which I know I keep telling you guys that, but you're actually on that road already. So the great thing about this reading is the exciting news. The exciting news is that you're going to start putting more towards your own things. You're going to start walking out of that fog. You're going to start to take those chances and be like, okay, even though I don't know the outcome, it's impossible to know the outcome of, there's tarot. But, from where you're standing, it can, in a way, unless you have some tarot cards, feel like you don't know the end result. You need to walk down it first to find your end result, to find where you want to go, because again, there's free will. So even with tarot cards, you can't always predict everything because there's free will. You guys can make a new decision tomorrow and your tarot card prediction would be completely different than it is right now, because you're picking this pile, and the reason why you're attracted to this pile is because of the current energy that you're in at the moment. And so even tarot cards can't predict everything. And so as you walk down more into this path, you're going to find out more about yourself. You're just going to discover more about yourself. And through that, you're going to create a new vibration, a new energetic imprint, a new energetic pattern within you, which creates a new outcome and a new future all the time. There's something called the quantum field that we're in all the time, especially if we make new decisions and do new things and step out of our current repetitive patterns. As you step out of it, you enter into the realm of unlimited possibility. But if you stay in the current circumstance, if you keep repeating the same things, you're going to perpetually stimulate the same reality around you. So I see you guys finally stepping out of that. That's the point. That's the whole point of this. You guys are finally stepping out of that. I know I keep repeating myself, but I really feel like this is important for some of you guys. So I think that's why I'm getting so repetitive right now. Ooh, the next card. This is exciting. We have Atlantis, rapid development, excellence, and success. Exciting news, guys. As you begin to plant your seeds, as you begin to commit to something, and the seven of materials, this is about committing to something. This is planting some seeds and committing to doing it, and committing to constantly needing to, do it every day, work on it every day. You need to water those plants every day. Them seeds aren't going to grow themselves. I feel like you guys are those farmers that are like, I'm going to plant the seeds and I'm going to water it for the next 2 days. But then, but my neighbor needs help with his. I'm going to go help him with his, actually. I'm going to do that. And then you forget about your seeds, and then you're constantly helping your neighbor, and you're like, oh, your crop is beautiful now, neighbor. This is great. We did it. Yeah. And then you come back home and you're like, mine still hasn't grown yet. Wonder why. Like this is the thing. But finally, I feel like you guys are going to get the sense of commitment to something, and you guys are finally going to be like, you know what? My neighbor can go help himself now, and I'm going to worry about mine. But the great thing about this, you guys, the good news behind this, the exciting news behind this, the fact that you've always helped other people has developed your skill set really well because you're constantly always helping people with their projects and with their things. Now you have this wide range of skill sets. And so I feel like once you finally commit to something of your own, this is where we get Atlantis. This is where we get the rapid development. So I feel like you guys are going to be light years ahead of where you were when you first began. So it's not like you guys are starting from square one. You guys are technically still at square one, but the fact that you've been helping everyone else around you, your skill set has really improved to the point of like, you guys are truly really talented in a lot of things. And so I feel like as you guys begin this, there's rapid development. You guys are going to reach success pretty quickly through whatever route that you guys decide to go on. And then we also have, we have the unseen. Too much is hidden from you. So again, this card is reminding you. I really feel like this is a reminder card. This is an advice card. This is a card telling you that, no, you're not going to know the whole road. There is free will. So even if you have the deck of tarot cards, the answer might be different today than it is 2 weeks from now. So watch and find out. There's some things that are unseen. Depending on where you put your focus, that is where energy will go and grow that reality. And so, yes, there's some that is unknown. No, you're not going to know exactly, maybe you don't even know which seeds you planted. You're like, okay, I think I planted lilies, but I don't know. It's kind of been so long that I'm not too sure. I'm going to water them and find out. And then as you find out, you can, you have all these beautiful crops. You have all these beautiful opportunities around you that you can pick and choose from. So I really see that that's going to be one of the most prominent things. And I also see, I'm getting another message really strongly right now with this 7 of materials, that something that you guys have begun a while ago is going to have opportunity to blossom right now. And I think you guys might get an opportunity around something that you kind of begun long ago. It's going to kind of come back and you're going to be like, oh, well, like, gosh, I haven't even thought about doing that for like the last 4 years. I was trying to do that 4 years ago. Why is it coming back now? Now I have opportunities for this? Oh my God. Like, I feel like something like that's happening for you guys. Ooh, and then we also have commit to self-care rituals. So now's the time of committing to yourself. When I look at this card, I feel like the message for you guys in this card is you guys are finally committing to the self. This isn't necessarily self-care rituals because that can sometimes be a little bit distracting if you guys really need to get your foot in the game. But I do think self-care rituals are important regardless, no matter what, no matter who you are. Self-care rituals are always important, always. But in this card particularly in this reading, what I'm seeing for you guys is focusing on the self rather than everyone else, focusing on you, finding your own voice, finding when to say no. And then, we have turn lemons into lessons. So for you guys, turn lemons into lessons. Life has given you lemons. You've taken them, you've created a little bit of lemonade here and there. Turn them into lessons as well. What has life taught you so far? What are you noticing in the repetitive areas of your life? What are you kind of seeing? What's the themes? And how can you learn from that to be able to move forward? And then we also have the card of peace. Brigid goddess, in your sacred name, align within me, peace's flame. Woo, you guys. So I do feel like you're finally finding an area where you don't need to worry, because I feel like there's this sense of anxiety when people need your help. I feel like you're constantly like, oh, I need to fix them. I need to help fix their problems. I feel like you're finally finding this peace within you of, you know what? They'll be okay. Because I'm going to do me. I'm going to do me and they can figure themselves out. It's fine. And then we also have this card of study. So I feel like you guys are finally learning something new. You're finally diving deeper into what actually inspires you so that you can actually get momentum going in what you desire to do in life. The next 4 cards that we have over here, we have Ask Body. So this is going to get really important for you guys when we start saying no to everyone else that's around us. Ask Body. I feel like your intuition is going to tell you a lot. I feel like your body's going to tell you a lot. I feel like you're going to reach this sense of kind of like exhaustion with everyone else, and you're just going to be like, you know what? I'm going to focus on me. And then those self-care rituals, focusing on the self, Ask Body. I feel like you guys are gonna get a voice to really like speak up, because we have this like tiger, this lioness on this card that's like, we ain't doing that. We're gonna focus on what I need, you know what I mean? And then we also have the card here of Ascension. So you guys are finally rising above. You guys are finally reaching new heights. You guys are finally getting to a new level where you guys are going to see opportunities start to flow in against something that you guys have started before. I really feel like there's a new opportunity coming in from that. And then we do also have the card of the Explorer. I feel like you guys are going to explore new terrains. I feel like you guys are finally going to be asking yourselves, what do I really want and where do I want to go? And let's actually commit to this. And then, you know, this card of like commit to self-care. This is more like commit to yourself, commit to what you want, like I was saying. And then we also have the Magician, the Magi. That's such a weird word. Like, why not just write out Magician? Magi. I don't even know how to pronounce that. It just sounds incorrect to me. Maybe I am saying it incorrectly. I don't know. But anyway, the Magi, I'm just gonna call him the Magician because I'm just gonna distract myself otherwise. So the Magician, you guys are entering a time of when you can create whatever reality that you want, because I feel like because of the fact that you guys haven't yet set in stone something for yourself, it's kind of broadened, it's kind of wide open. And so I feel like you guys are entering this time of like the Magician, being able to create whichever future reality that you want, having everything in front of you, having all the tools, having all the skills that you need in order to create your dream reality, in order to perpetuate your dreams into motion and into reality and into life. So that's finally happening for you guys. And then we do also have the 11th house of friends. So partnerships are going to be really important in this, but instead, maybe your friends can help you instead of you constantly helping your friends. You know what I mean? Maybe it's a little bit of the other way around, because there needs to be this two-way street instead of you just constantly helping everyone else. So I do feel like that's going to be quite important. There's something pretty worldly about the 11th house as well. This is kind of desiring to help other people, doing something that really inspires and helps other people. Ooh, and then we have the air element of communicating. So the 11th house is ruled by Aquarius, which is an air sign. And then we have, of course, the air element of communicating. And so this, I really feel like it's going to be really important for you guys to really speak up. Again, I feel like you guys are really getting that voice. There's something really important about voice. Maybe there's something around voice that you guys are going to be doing in your future. Maybe there's some sort of teaching. Maybe there's some sort of like performance with voice that's going to be, new opportunities surrounding in that. And then we also have Jupiter return of benefits. So this card is all about bringing in more abundance, bringing in more prosperity, bringing in expansion. You guys are finally expanding yourselves. You guys are finally expanding your own dreams. You guys are just, Jupiter is always like one of my favorite, it is my favorite planet, actually. It is the planet of expansion. It's the planet of travel. It is the planet of philosophy, discovering, finding, and Jupiter is like, whenever it sees an obstacle, because it's past Saturn, Saturn is like the obstacle planet and the restriction planet. And so that planet comes right before Jupiter. And so in my philosophy of consciousness through the realm of planets, because I feel like our consciousness is very similar to how the planets are mapped out. So essentially, if that's making sense so far, Earth is over here. Then we have Mars, action. But with action, we reach obstacles, which is Saturn. We usually find where we need to, like, where we feel stopped, where we feel restricted. And a lot of people stop at this area because they're like, Mars, I took action, and now I'm running into obstacles. I'm running into things that are saying no. But that's because then your consciousness needs to reach the realm of Jupiter, which is all about philosophizing, adding philosophy, finding, working with the mind, discovering things in order to expand further, in order to expand beyond the obstacle. And so first you need to take in a lot of philosophy, a lot of thinking, a lot of teaching, a lot of learning, because that's what it's all about, reaching deeper depths of the subconscious mind, because it's the planet that rules Pisces and Sagittarius. And so this is all about the subconscious mind also expanding, reaching deeper philosophies, finding out what's hidden underneath so that you guys can go around those obstacles and not get stuck by them and not feel like you guys have to stop because you reach an obstacle. Jupiter is finally, we're expanding beyond it. We're going beyond. And I also feel like this is telling you guys that there's a lot of good luck surrounding you at this time as well. So definitely keep that in mind. Jupiter is all about good luck. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's reading. If you did, don't forget to give it a really big thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button down below if you have not already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. All right, so pile number 3, if you guys chose this pile, this is gonna be your reading. All about exciting news that's coming in. So without further ado, let's hop right into it. All right, so pile number 3, here's what we have for you guys. We have the 9 of materials, which is the 9 of pentacles. Then we have the 6 of emotions, which is the 6 of cups. Then we have the ace of emotions. And then we also have the fool. So for you guys, I really feel like this is kind of talking about someone that you really like, someone that you have a crush on. If you guys are in a relationship, this is probably talking about the person that you're in a relationship with. If you're in a relationship, I really see that if you guys have been going through kind of like some obstacles lately, I feel like those are going to kind of dissipate and go away. If you are in a relationship, I see your relationship actually going to the next level in some sort of way, doing something, taking the next step in a relationship. If you guys are in one, I feel like this is taking a next step in a relationship, okay? Pregnancy for some of you, if you're in that stage of your life. If you're not in that stage of your life, that's obviously irrelevant to you. But I do see that for some of you guys who are in like a very serious relationship, I see that being a possibility, or somehow taking the next step with that person. Also, if you guys are single, I see that I feel like you guys are finally letting go of something from your past, or finally detaching from something in your past, and something new is on its way and coming in. It could be that some of you are reconciling something from the past. I'm getting multiple layers of messages here because I feel like somehow there's going to be a lot of people that choose this pile. And I feel like there's different layers for each of you because each of you kind of have this different scenario going on. So for some of you, there is this reconciliation with a past lover. And then some of you, this is a new person coming in as you let go of someone from the past. I do see, but somehow there's a major theme of love here. There's a major theme of relationships and things like that. If relationships are totally out of the picture for you guys and totally not a thing, I really see this as a deep friendship blossoming, and something that's very fun, something that's very exciting, something that's like invigorating, something that's so inspiring. So it does deal around relationships. This could be friendships if you guys are too young for a relationship. For most of you guys that picked this though, if you're old enough to have a relationship, I see this as relationship energy, like partnership energy, like lover type of energy. So what I'm really getting for you guys is that I feel like your attention is going to go a lot more towards relationship. And I do also see that you guys are much more mature now. I feel like you're learning something from the past, and I feel like there's a certain pattern that's going away for you guys. I do feel like there's been this sort of repetitive pattern that's kept you from feeling really abundant, and it's kept you from feeling super secure. But I do see patterns ending in relationships for you guys. So that's one really big exciting news. There's going to be an end to that. And I feel like it's because you guys are growing and reaching new levels of consciousness and reaching a state of being where you feel a lot more enlightened around the realm of relationships, and you guys are finally feeling a lot more alert, a lot more alive. There's proper boundaries that are set, and I feel like you guys are learning from the past. There's a big lesson around the past. So whether you guys have had a past relationship that has taught you a lot, or whether you've just gone through a recent obstacle that's taught you a lot, I really feel like there's this sense of things are going to be taking the next step. And I feel like you guys are going to be so ready to take the next step in a relationship, because with the Fool being reversed, this is the Fool not being a fool anymore. This is the Fool being like, okay, I've been here and I'm a lot more stable, and I'm not just walking in blindly into this. I'm walking in with my full eyes wide open. I understand what's going on. And there's a lot more, there's this sense of I've been here before, I've done this, and there's this sense of confidence that's coming along with it. And I really do see, if you guys are single, there's a big chance somebody's coming into your life that you're going to be real interested about, or reconciliation of some kind. Either way, or just taking the next step, like I was saying. I know I keep repeating that, but I want to make sure that I do cover all the scenarios that I'm kind of seeing in my head. So hopefully it's all making sense for you guys. So the next card that we have is Divine Sensuality. Making love. This is literally the card of making love. So this, I really feel like there's this big, like I was saying, this big next step in a relationship. So it's funny that we have all these relationship cards. Then also this card's a relationship card too. I love when tarot does this. Like when all the other oracle cards fit in so well with what the tarot is saying. It's just, it blows my mind. It blows my mind. So with this divine sensuality. I really feel like, again, you guys are taking a deeper step. I feel like you guys are also taking a deeper step emotionally into something. And there's deeper emotions that you guys are going to feel that are coming up deeper than ever that you've ever felt before. So there's some exciting news. This is like falling so deeply. This is reaching depths you've never reached before. And then we have the card here of yearning, longing for someone, undesired separation, and pinning. So for those of you that chose this pile that had some undesired separation, I do see a big chance for reconciliation happening, or at least someone new coming in that's going to really replace that spot and really help you kind of get over that. So somehow I see this like, you know, taking the next step. There's also some sort of yearning, if you guys are in a relationship, there's some sort of yearning for a new step, a new stage. Maybe you guys are yearning for marriage. Maybe you guys are yearning for your first baby or second or whatever the case may be. But there's somehow this longing for a next step, or a longing for a deeper love, or longing for love in general that you guys are going to have that's very fulfilling. Maybe it's even just longing for a friendship and you guys, I feel like, are finally going to find that deep connectedness. I really see that connectedness is coming into your life very soon, a deeper connectedness that you've ever felt before. So that's exciting. The next two cards that we have surround yourself with your soul tribe. So this is meeting people that get along with you so well. This is meeting someone that is literally meant to be in your life. This is someone who, it's just like, it's a long-term thing. This is meeting someone who's like, it's fulfilling to you because it's like your soul family type of people. Technically, we're all connected. Every single one of us on this planet is connected. But because of our particular uniqueness, there is more soulmate-like connections that we have, although we're technically all that at the end of the day. But big concept to explain. I'm not even going to go into it right now. I'm like, okay, Jem, just stop while you're ahead. Otherwise, you're going to go on like an extra 10-minute rant that we don't need right now. Either way, this person that's coming into your life, or this next stage that's coming into your life, is going to, again, make you feel much more connected than ever before. That the card kind of just repeats that same thing. And then we also do have celebrate yourself, you deserve it. So we do see some sort of celebration coming in. So this could be a celebration of a new relationship. This could be a celebration of taking the next step in a relationship, but somehow you guys are celebrating something pretty big. So maybe you guys are celebrating falling in love. Maybe you guys are celebrating taking a next step with somebody, you know, but somehow there's something to celebrate. There's going to be a big celebration in the near future. So, I really see like balloons popping, things like that. Yeah, because I feel like these look like balloons over here. I feel like there's some sort of party over here. This literally looks like there's some sort of party and celebration. Does it not? Like, hopefully you guys can see these cards, but this looks like some sort of party or celebration. So keep that in mind. Y'all are going to be celebrating something real soon. So that's another exciting news. And then the next card that we have is literally fertility. So that is going to be pretty spot on for some of you guys, I feel like. But it doesn't always necessarily mean pregnancy. I don't feel like everyone who chose this pile is all of a sudden getting pregnant. But fertility, let all take root, seed, and sprout. Let new life be all about. So again, this is kind of like a new beginning. This is either taking that next step, could be literally fertility, getting pregnant, or taking some sort of next step with somebody, or planting the new seed of a new love coming in and sprouting and growing and things like that. So that's what the fertility card represents. We have a lot of red energy in this sort of area. So there's a lot of root chakra stuff. This is rooting yourself into something, finding security with somebody, finding a commitment, deeper commitments, I feel like. And then we do also have destiny. All that I shall need to know as I walk shall now be shown. So this is literally getting into alignment with your destiny. This is getting into alignment with your soul tribe, your soul mate type of thing. So that's going to be really exciting for a lot of you guys. Our next few cards that we have the Weaver. So you guys are intertwining your destiny with somebody else. This, again, friendship, lover, things like that. New levels of commitments with the Weaver. So yes, kind of repeating the same thing, weaving new things, getting tied in deeper, making new connections, new things getting deeper. And then we also do have sacred destruction. So this is going to you're going to be letting go of an old way of being. You're going to be letting go of an old way of life. There's something that is absolutely shifting and changing majorly for you guys, but in a really sacred way, in a really beautiful way. It's not like when we have destruction, usually when we're destroying an old part of our lives, it's like, oh my God, no. But this is sacred destruction. This is like, I'm ready to let go of that old life. Just bulldoze it. I'm ready for the new thing. That's what that is. And then we do also have here play. So there's this playful energy that's going to be surrounding you guys. There's this fun energy that I feel like is going to be enveloping you. And I really feel like you guys are just going to be like swimming, you know, and there's this synchronicity. Okay. So watch out for signs and synchronicity. Synchronicity is coming up really strong for me right now. I feel like you guys are going to see repeating numbers. I feel like you guys are going to be actually seeing repetitive things happening, patterns happening. So pay attention when you see coincidences and patterns happening around you. I feel like they're going to be major signs. So, and I feel like you're going to see that a lot as you get into more alignment with this. It's going to happen a lot. There's going to be a lot of coincidence happening around you. Then we also have the card of compassion. So I really feel like this is like you're just entering a time where you feel more loved than ever. You feel more connected than ever. There's this, oh, I got goosebumps when I said that. Oh my God, I literally feel goosebumps going up my spine. This is literally like feeling this energy is so beautiful. It's just like bubbling up me right now. Like this compassion. I really feel like you guys are going to get really excited very soon. I feel like there's going to be a lot to celebrate, and it's just, it's yummy. It's like eating ice cream, you guys. Then we have the earth element of stability. So you guys, you don't need to worry about not being stable. I think this again talks about commitment. Earth talks about security, commitment, the root chakra. We have root chakra stuff over here. I do feel like abundance is going to be really high for you guys. You're reaching new heights. The thing that you've been longing for is finally coming into your life. So even if it's not love, whatever you guys have been yearning for, since we have that yearning card, is finally going to create a solid foundation for you. You're finally receiving what you've been yearning for. It's finally coming in. And then we also have Chiron of healing. So you're healing a lot of things from your past. Oh my God, I have such a good feeling in me right now. Oh, I feel like saying, holy shit. It feels so good. So this Chiron healing card, I really feel like you're healing so much of your past because you're like, I feel like this new phase that you're entering is literally going to be like, I didn't realize I could do this. I didn't realize I could have this in my life. I would have never even thought. I really feel like this is that weird thing of looking back a few years ago and being like, holy shit, if someone would have told me I'd be right here a few years ago, I'd be like, no, that's not happening. It's happening, you guys. Whatever you've been yearning for, it is coming. The karma from your past is ending. You're completing a karmic cycle and you're finally being able to receive. Finally getting into the receptive energy of I'm done with the karma, I'm done with the blah. I'm finally in the moment of I'm there, I've received. Then we also have the Aries I am. So this is defining a new you, this is making a new you, this is jumping into a new you. I feel like this is really spontaneous too. So something is gonna happen that's a surprise. Aries plus the celebrate card, this is a surprise. There's something coming in that's a surprise. It could be a new person, it could be a new celebration, it could be taking the next step with somebody, but somehow there's a surprise and it's coming, you guys. It's coming. That's so exciting. I'm getting such good vibes from this pile, you guys. Please comment down below what you think is happening for you guys. I'm so excited to hear what you guys think is like going on for you guys. I give such good energy. Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm like on cloud 9 right now, just by reading your guys' pile and tapping into the energy. I love it. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Pile number 3, if you did, don't forget to give it a really big thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button down below if you have not already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. All right. So pile number 4, if you guys chose this pile, is going to be your reading all about the exciting things that are coming for you. So let's hop right into it. All right, so pile number 4, immediately, someone is going to be reaching out to you. We have the 8 of inspiration, which is the 8 of wands. Then we have the 2 of emotions, which is, that is the 2, right? Yeah, that's the 2 of emotions. So that is the 2 of cups. Then we have the 3 of cups. And then we have the 9 of voices, which is the 9 of swords. And the 9 of swords is reversed. So let's talk about what all is happening over here. So with the 8 of inspiration, this is news coming in. This is somebody reaching out to you. This is text messages. This is calling somebody. I really feel like there's energy coming in from people because we do have all these people and they're kind of like towing along this energetic cord with them. So I really feel like somebody's going to be reaching out to you. I feel like opportunities coming in. I feel like your phone's going to be going off the hook. And I also feel like this is someone that you've had a deep connection with. I feel like somebody's coming back in to apologize to you. Someone that you're pretty close to. This could either be a friendship or a lover from the past, or even a current one is going to be reaching out to you, and there's something that they're going to want to tell you that's going to help you finally get sleep at night. There's something that's been stressing you out with this Nine of Swords being reversed over here. There's something in the recent times that you've been worrying about that finally, with the Nine of Swords reversed, it's going to calm you down. Somebody's reaching out to you. You're finally going to be like, oh my God. It's like this weight off your shoulders. This anxiety, this stress finally is going away. And it's releasing. So with the Eight of Inspiration, someone's coming in, somebody's reaching out to you, somebody's coming back with a lot to say. They have a lot to say to you. This could be some sort of apology, since we have the Two of Emotions that's reversed, so the Two of Cups being reversed. There's some sort of like disagreement, some sort of argument, some sort of falling out, something along the lines of that with somebody, and I really feel like they're going to be reaching back out to you to kind of like solve that. Okay, so with the Three of Cups also being reversed, this is something where we felt disconnected. There's been like a disconnect, and I really feel like that's finally being fixed. There's finally closure. There's finally things that are being renewed. There's finally things that are being fixed in the way that you feel so good. I feel like it's gonna finally release so much for you. I feel like you're finally gonna be like, oh my God. There's finally like this breath again. I just keep wanting to use my breath, and there's this sense of relief. Relief is a huge breath word. And so there's this huge sense of that. The next two cards that we have over here, we have reflections. What you contemplate can actualize. So let your worries go, because what you contemplate can actualize. It can manifest into actuality. So if you think about it more, if you think about stress too often, you're going to begin to manifest it and create it, because the more thought that you put towards something, the more energy you put towards something. Because if you think about it, solid reality is just condensed energy. It is so deeply condensed to the point where it's like a physical object that you can touch. That's what it is. And so if you're wanting to manifest something, the more that you think about it, the more energy that you put towards it, the more it'll solidify into actuality. And so reflections, think about what you're thinking about, and think about what you're thinking about. How could you not? Sorry, that was just a funny way of saying that. But with this, become conscious about what you're thinking about constantly, because those things will actually actualize. So think about the positivity instead. And I really feel like positivity is coming in, so I don't feel like you guys have to worry about it too much anyway, but I really feel like you guys are beginning to manifest some certain outcomes, okay? So the more you think about the positive outcome, the more you're manifesting and solidifying the positive outcome in your reality. And then we do also have soul cage, rescue, escape from captivity, and restriction. So I feel like currently you felt pretty restricted. You feel like maybe you feel closed off in a certain way, where you don't understand how to fix a certain problem, you don't understand how to reconcile a certain problem, and you felt kind of caged in, or maybe you felt boxed in, or maybe you felt like a victim of a situation or something along the lines of that. I feel like you're finally going to be set free, literally set free, because we have the Nine of Voices reversed, which is the Nine of Swords being reversed. This is like literally being set free of a certain scenario that's been really worrying you, something that's been causing you a lot of stress. You're finally going to get your answers for that, and everything is going to be Gucci. And then we also have practice feng shui, create a sacred space. So this card, create a relaxing space for you, because the more that you're able to relax, the more that you're able to let go, the more you're going to manifest that particular reality to then take hold and take place for you. So that's going to be something that's really important. But yeah, with that Eight of Inspiration, I really feel like there's this new opportunity coming in, new things flowing in. There could even be a new person that's really wanting to reach out to you. Maybe they're like, oh, I heard so-and-so kind of had an argument with their lover. I'm going to reach out to them instead. Something for some of you guys that might be relevant. For some of you, not all of you, some of you that might be relevant. Then we also have the card of your reality is a reflection of your inner world. Wow, we literally have the card here of reflection, saying that what you contemplate can actualize. And then in a whole different deck, we have the card here of your reality is a reflection of your inner world. So again, this is telling you, practice feng shui, create a sacred space, because what you're thinking about is actualizing. And so this is literally the universe wanting to tell you guys who picked pile number four, you guys. The universe is like, please pay attention to what you're thinking about, because what you're thinking about is actualizing. Whether it was real or not to begin with, it is actualizing because you're paying so much attention to it, or the possibility of it existing. You're creating the possibility for it. So the great news behind this is if you then create that feng shui, that sacred space, you don't have to really study feng shui to even do it. Just reorganize your space, clean it up to look like something that feels inspiring, that feels good. Take some Palo Santo, take some sage your space, clear the energy, feel really good. And as you feel good, as you relax, as you give yourself some TLC, you're going to be able to bring in positive things into your life, because then you're switching your focus and you're putting your energy towards actualizing this and solidifying the reality of what you do actually want. And so I feel like this is going to be one of the biggest things that you guys start moving towards, and it's going to really de-stress you. I feel like you guys are de-stressing yourselves a lot. Again, I do feel like someone's really reaching out to you, and it's going to help you de-stress. And once you de-stress, focus more on what you do want in that new state, because it's going to manifest, it's going to actualize. Whatever that you have going on in your mind is going to start to grow. It's not like you guys need to be paying so much attention to it. It takes a lot of energy for something to obviously actualize. It takes a lot of energy. So don't get too worried if you have negative thoughts. I have negative thoughts all the time. And do they ever manifest? Not really, because I change my focus and I'm like, oh, I'll be aware of that. And like, never mind, never mind. And then it ends up just staying as a thought rather than taking physical form. So don't worry too much, but focus on the Gucci. And then we also have the card here of confidence. By earth and air, water and fire, let my confidence take light and burn higher. Ooh! So you guys, as this new energy rolls in, as Eight of Inspiration, I really feel like that's a new energy coming in. There's a new direction. It's like a change in the wind. There's a change in the wind happening. And with this change in the wind, people are going to be reaching out to you, people from your past. People are going to be wanting to apologize. People are going to be wanting to do this and that. I feel like it's going to really be a huge boost in your confidence, because if you've been feeling lately like, oh my gosh, I made the wrong decision. I don't know why I decided to talk about this, because it caused this friction, it caused that chaos. It's always important to talk about things, but I feel like you're finally going to get your confidence back, because people are going to finally be apologizing to you. You're finally going to get validation for, it's fine. And it's always good to know that like it takes two to tango, you know what I mean? So either way, but you're getting your confidence back. And then we do also have the card here of abundance. Goddess of abundance divine, let me thrive, let fortune be mine. So I feel like as you guys start to shift your focus, because I feel like you guys are going to intensely shift your focus, and you're going to start to realize that there's certain people in your life that bring down your focus, and they like to focus on negative things. And you're going to be like, you know what, I think I want a new friend group. I think I want to change who's in my life, because it kind of, what I'm seeing here, what I'm kind of being shown over here, is that you might have people in your life that actually have pretty negative mindsets, and they might drag you down and lower your energy rather than bringing you up. And I feel like you're finally going to be very aware of this, and you're finally going to set yourself free. We have that soul cage card, and I see that you guys are going to be setting yourself free in that soul cage, because nobody can put you in a cage other than yourself, metaphorically speaking. And so for you guys, I feel like you're finally setting your soul free. And then we also have abundance. I feel like as you set yourself free, you realize that there's so much more to expand into, because if you're caged up, you can only fit so much within there. But as you set yourself free, you're like, wait a minute, I have so much more room for all the things that I wanted in my life. So as you expand your energy, as you raise your energy, you are raising your ability to bring in more into your life. And so I feel like you guys are on the verge of doing that. And if you surround yourself by good food and fruit, by the way, that's going to be a big thing for you. Like put grapes on your counter, for example. Grapes resemble abundance, because in a lot of like, subconsciously they do, for most people at least, because a lot of the times we look at like, Greek or Roman artwork, and it's all those like gods and goddesses like, sitting there eating their grapes, and they clearly are abundant, they're clearly very wealthy, they're very prosperous, and they're just sitting there eating grapes. And so a lot of the times if you have grapes around you, it can help you attract more abundance. So somehow I see like, eating healthy, focusing on what you're putting in your body is going to be really helpful. And so the exciting news behind all of this, you guys, is I see that your confidence is returning, because you're finally letting go of some old people that were in your life that are constantly dragging you down. I also feel like you're going to get a lot of apologies from certain people. So the exciting news, there's apologies, you're raising your confidence because of it, and you're finally going to be be starting to attract a lot of abundance, because I think your mindset is going to feel so much more free and so much more clean and so much more, I feel like saying free again. It's going to feel so much more clean and free, essentially. And with that, you're going to be able to grow and focus your energy into that of what you do want, rather than perpetually focusing on the things that you do not want. And through that, I feel like you guys are going to be expanding yourselves a lot. You're going to be attracting so much abundance and so much confidence into your life. I see that really coming in, especially in the next 4 months. 4 months hit me really strong just now. In the next 4 months, there's going to be more abundance, more prosperity, and more confidence than you've ever had before in your life. And then we also have the card here of the pillar. So you guys are finally creating a very strong foundation for yourselves. You guys are going to finally be interested in finding like-minded people that are actually willing to uplift you and bring you upwards rather than drag you down. And then we also do have the warrior over here. So I feel like you guys are finally putting your foot down for a lot of things that you no longer want to put up with. So the pillar and the warrior together, this is setting proper boundaries. You guys are finally going to set proper boundaries and have the confidence to do that, which is also going to be another confidence booster to be able to do that. And so I feel like you guys are finally doing that. You're taking on this warrior mindset. And then we also have the card here of connect to heart. You guys are finally going to be finding people that actually really uplift you, people that are loyal to you, people that are actually there to help you. And so I really feel like there's this new sense of soul tribe around you, things like that. And then we also have the revolutionary. So I really feel like you guys are taking a stand and making a big change for yourselves. This is a revolutionizing time for you guys. Okay, pile number 4, revolutionizing time. And then we have Gemini, I think. Gemini is also all about communication. I really think people are going to be reaching out to you. There's a lot of, and particularly one major person in particular is going to be reaching out to you in order to apologize, in order to say a lot of things that they have been meaning to tell you. And then I also feel like you're going to be communicating a lot. I feel like you're going to really open up your throat chakra and be able to communicate what you're really thinking. And the next card that we have is Mercury, which is Mercury rules Gemini. And this is all about the mind. This is restructuring your mind, creating new boundaries for yourself, creating a new kind of slate, focusing on what you're thinking about, because what you're thinking about is perpetuating into creating your reality. And so you're finally going to take a lot more control over your mind. I see you guys possibly meditating as well. And because of this, more abundance is rolling in, more prosperity is rolling in, because you guys are finally taking control over you and where your focus is and what you're putting your energy towards. And then we also have Uranus of genius. And so Uranus is all about big changes happening. And I also feel like this is the surprise card. So there's new surprises that are coming in. So I feel like abundance is going to show up in a very unexpected way, because Uranus is unexpected energy. And so there's going to be unexpected apologies, unexpected new people reaching out to you, new ways of meeting people. There's also going to be unexpected abundance rolling in for you guys. Lots of good things. So that is what I'm seeing for you guys for your exciting news. Pile number 4. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, don't forget to give it a really big thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button down below if you have not already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. All right. So pile number 5, if you guys chose this pile, is going to be your urgent message, exciting news. So without further ado, let's hop right into it. Already did my snap. Oh no, I'll do another one. All right, pile number 5. Here's what we have for you guys. We start off with the 2 of Wands, the 2 of Inspiration. Then we also have the Justice card. We have the Priestess. Then we have the Ace of Inspiration, which is the Ace of Wands. So what's happening for you guys? So immediately, whenever, like right when my eyes went to the Priestess card, I saw you guys going through a spiritual awakening. And so one of the most exciting news that I have for you guys is you're going through a spiritual awakening. I feel like you're unlocking new abilities that you maybe didn't even realize that you had, or maybe you've been on a journey of wanting to unlock some more psychic abilities and kind of get more in touch with your spiritual side. So I really see that you guys are going through a really deep spiritual awakening. Are spiritual awakenings usually a fun time? No. But are they exciting? Yeah. So the great thing about them is you're waking up, you'll never be the same again. Whenever you go through a spiritual awakening, you literally are never the same again. Yes, they're hard to go through, but all the best things in life and all of the things that you learn the most from and that have the biggest benefit are usually the hardest things. We don't grow as people going through like easy times. We don't ever make changes. We don't ever make shifts. We don't ever make big decisions and big life shifts whenever we're going through something great, because why would we? We're going through something great. So usually the hardest things teach us the most and character build us the most. And so some exciting news for you guys. Spiritual awakening. Are spiritual awakenings usually fun? No, but they're amazing. So I do feel like this one is not as, like, it's an intense spiritual awakening, but I feel like you're having more fun with it than most people. This Priestess card, I really feel like you guys are unlocking this new side of yourself. I really feel like you guys are kind of doing a bit of shadow work, going in deeper into who you are and really discovering who you are. So that right there is exciting. With the Two of Wands though, this is kind of it's reversed though. So I feel like you guys are going inward. This is an inward spiritual awakening. This is an inward spiritual journey that you guys are having. And with this Justice card, I feel like you guys are finally realizing the imbalances that are there, the imbalances in the world, the imbalances in the self, kind of realizing where you are and who you are and how you can kind of find more balance within yourself and balance yourself out. I also feel like through this, you're going to discover new inspiration from within. You're going to discover a whole new world within you. And I see just this massive, like, I see your third eye being awakened, being opened. I see this, like, maybe you guys are going to get a little bit either into palmistry, something to do with like signs and symbols. There's stuff here that you guys are going through this awakening. And I think it's because there's something that you guys had been longing for that ended up not working out. There was a noise outside. But this is working in your favor. There's something that, okay, it didn't turn out. This is what's going to cause a deeper spiritual awakening, because it's going to cause you to go more inward, reflect a little bit more. Anytime we go through something hard, that's what we tend to do as humans. And in that, if we go deep enough, it causes this whole spiritual awakening, this perpetual cycle of spiritual awakening. And like, oh my God, they're amazing. But you don't really realize how amazing they are until after you're done. I feel like you guys are going to really be able to see quite quickly how positive it's going to be for you. Then we do also have the card here of sisterhood, friendship, allies, compatible souls, loyalty, joy, delight. And so with this, I feel like, do you guys hear that? Like, oh my God. So in this, I do feel like you guys are going to be really finding who you truly connect to, really finding a deeper soul tribe for you guys. So I do see new friendships coming in. I feel like you're going to be surrounded by people who are going to help guide you. I also feel like your guides and ancestors are going to be majorly around you during this time to help guide you through this. But I do feel like specifically there's going to be people in your life that you're going to connect to so much more than you've ever been able to connect to before. And then we do also have the card here of sanctuary, privacy, involatile personal space, respected boundaries, and taboos. You guys are really going to be exploring esoteric things, spiritual awakenings. That taboo thing really spoke out to me, because I feel like you guys are going to be going deeper into studying deeper knowledge, anything mystical and esoteric, because it tends to be taboo because not too many people talk about it. Like tarot cards, for example, are one thing that there's a lot of people that are like, oh, those are bad, you know, it's taboo, we don't go into that. But that's actually something that was made up, that they were bad and evil, because they're actually really freaking great. And, you know, there's a lot of people that want to hide that power in a lot of the esoteric stuff. And so there's not a lot of things that are truly, truly bad. There's things that, you know, whatever. We don't need to get into it right now, but I do feel like you guys are finally going to be having this spiritual awakening and wanting to practice tarot cards, wanting to practice, you know, astrology or whatever. I feel like there's this whole spiritual awakening happening for you guys who picked this pile, and somehow you're going in deeper and learning more. I feel like there's this awakening. You're going to be kind of like getting downloads of messages of things that are going to be, you know, helping you move forward and gain a lot of knowledge and a lot of insight into your life. And I feel like you're going to want to be kind of hermit for a little while, since we have this privacy. And I feel like, you know, I always get this comment from a lot of you guys that are like, I've been hermit for so long. What are you talking about? It's fine. It's fine. Sometimes we're going through a bit of a perpetual state because our spiritual awakening is, you know, really wanting to take place. And so for you guys, I do see a bit more of a hermit time, but I feel like you guys are truly awakening this uniqueness in yourself. We have a mermaid literally in this bathtub, you guys. Like, you guys are awakening this side of yourself, this unique side, and creating a sanctuary of personal space where you're going to really realize where you need more boundaries in your life. You're going to realize where your certain shadow work things need to be enlightened and need to have more awareness to them. I'm talking in backwardsness right now. Hopefully you guys can understand what I'm saying. And then we also have turn criticism into kindness. Oh, this is so cute. This is literally like, this hit me in the feels. So turn criticism into kindness. So turn the negative experiences in your life into positive ones, because that's what a spiritual awakening sometimes is all about, is realizing the beauty in our darkness and realizing the light in the darkness, realizing how we can change this scenario to a positive one. Turn criticism into kindness. If you guys have been having criticism, if you guys are critical to yourself, turn it into kindness. Turn it into kindness. Don't be critical over yourself. Turn it into love instead. Transmute it into love, because as you do this, this is the whole point of spiritually awakening, is realizing that everything is dualistic. You can see it in this perspective, or you can see it in this perspective. Both perspectives are correct. There's not one that's more correct over the other. It just, which one do you want to focus on? Focus on both sides, because that can add deeper understanding to things. And then we also have get creative and excite your imagination with wonder. So as you guys go through the spiritual awakening, I feel like you guys are going to be more inspired. I feel like you guys are going to discover so much more about yourself. And because of this, I think it's going to perpetuate and push you into a new realm, into a new aspect, into a new chapter, where you guys have a blank slate that you guys can be like, okay, what do I want to write in this chapter of my life? What do I want to do in this chapter? And you guys are finally going to be able to realize how easy it is to create that. I see you guys taking out a manifestation journal and manifesting, writing down what you want, scripting what you want, things like that. I feel like you guys are going to be on this journey of that spiritual awakening and getting deeper into like manifestation and things like that. And then we do also have the card here of healing, candle flame, burn this hour, bring me to your healing power. I see you guys doing some rituals and stuff like that. I see you guys taking bath rituals with candles, because there's candles in this photo. There's candle rituals happening over here. And so I do see you guys healing a lot of your past, healing a lot of victim mentality. I feel like there's parts of you that still perpetuate a bit of a victim mentality. And as you guys go deeper into the shadow work of this, you're finally going to be like, you know what, I'm going to let this empower me. Because as you let it empower you, that's where you get the healing, and that's where you get the learning comes in. That's where you finally accept the learning and what the actual situation is trying to teach you and show you. And then we also have the card here of justice. By the power of 3x3, Matt delivered justice to me. You're finally going to realize the balance and the beauty within everything that you've experienced, and the reason why everything has happened. There's always reasons behind everything happening. Always. Always. And there's always ways to discover that, and ways to see the beauty in it and let it motivate you rather than drag you down. And then we also have the card here of patience. So yes, right now it might feel like you guys are moving slow. Right now it might feel like you guys are behind in something, because we have the turtle over here, the tortoise. It could feel like you're behind, but guess what? The tortoise always wins the race, because guess what? They learn so much on the road. They're going slower, but they learn so much, and they're not jumping so quickly into things to where they, have to face all the things that the tortoise and the hare. They see more, they take in more, they absorb more, because they're going slower. And with that more absorption of more energy, more information, you guys are actually technically a winner in that, because you guys now have more knowledge, you guys are more equipped, you guys are more wise. Wisdom comes from that. And so patience, there's nothing wrong with it. If you feel like you're behind right now, you've been absorbing more. You've been absorbing more knowledge along your way. You've been being able to observe more in your environment rather than just racing through it. Don't race to the finish line, because then you don't get to learn anything along the way, because you're gliding by it so quickly. There's nothing wrong with feeling a little bit behind, because it'll actually benefit you in the long run. You're going to learn a lot more. You're going to be wise beyond your years. And we also have the card here of the underworld. Ooh, you guys. Okay, so this card makes me think of something very specific. So gems and crystals literally get created under pressure and under intense pressure. Like diamonds are, I believe, I could be wrong about this, I believe are somehow created in volcanoes from volcanic ash, condensing so much. It's certain minerals. Certain minerals all create different sort of crystals, but depending on which minerals are present under which intense heat, they go through such intense heat and such intense pressure to the point where they form an actual crystal. Because before that, it's just like a bunch of dirt, a bunch of minerals, a bunch of say whatever. It's like there's nothing special to look at. But then all of a sudden all of that happens, and through the years, through the patience and slow process of it, then you get some pretty gem. So you guys right now might be feeling a little bit behind, might be feeling a bit whatever. You guys are going through that underworld process. Through this spiritual awakening, you're literally going through that christening of crystallization so that you come out being a beautiful gem. It's amazing, guys. It's going to be amazing. Like, you guys are literally, like, this is going to be one of the most beautiful processes for you guys because you're going to be learning so much and absorbing so much. And yes, you've been under pressure. You've been through a lot, but you're literally coming out the other end as a gem. Okay? Okay. And then we also have the observer. Because you're taking a more slower approach, because you're going through this spiritual awakening, it might feel like, yes, you're hermitized. It might feel like, yes, I'm not moving forward. But guess what? You are moving forward because you're going through a time, you're going through the cocoon stage. And it might feel like you're not actually moving because you're not physically moving a lot. You're not physically, taking new steps. But you actually are because you're going through the cocoon stage. You're going through the crystallization stage. So yes, the hermit mode is actually going to be one of the most beautiful stages of your life because you're going through that. And through that, you get to observe, you get to see everything that's going on around you. You get to add wisdom about why things happen and why they're good. All of a sudden you change that perspective to turn criticism into kindness. You're gonna finally realize that the pressure, the intense things that you've been through were actually so positive, because otherwise our world wouldn't have crystals. It would just be like molten lava. Or like other things. Crystals get made through that. And you're getting created right now into that. And you're learning through that. You're gaining so much knowledge. I see you guys really learning a lot in this spiritual awakening. Then we also have withdraw. Oh my God, I literally cannot believe how well the oracle cards play off of the tarot cards. It's insane. It is so insane to me. But then with this withdraw card, again, it's that hermit time. You're going to be withdrawn from the society a bit, but that's fine. It's because you're going through that cocoon stage. You're going through your gem crystallization stage where you guys are literally going to come out a gem. Okay? You're going to come out a gem. And we also have Virgo, I analyze. So you guys are observing a lot. You guys are learning a lot. You guys are healing. Virgo's all about healing. Virgo's about realizing that you might be a perfectionist in some sort of ways and having to kind of face those certain things. But Virgo is all about healing. It is literally the healer of the zodiac. It's also the witch of the zodiac. So you guys might be going through a lot of these esoteric awakenings, wanting to explore a little bit more about candle magic and rituals and things like that. Virgo rules like rituals and candle magic and stuff like that. And it also rules learning. So you guys are literally observing, you guys are learning more than I think you've ever have in your whole life. And then we also have the sun spirit. Woo! You guys are awakening your soul. You're enlightening your soul. You're literally lighting up your soul. So you guys are finally going to realize how to turn on your own candle flame. You guys are going to finally realize how to turn on your own soul and what you're going to get inspired about and what you want to expand into. You're going to finally learn how and why you want to inspire others and what you really want to do in order to inspire others. And then we have the solar eclipse of revolution. We have the sun and solar eclipse. Okay, you guys, this is about finally being able to step into the spotlight. You guys are going through the stage of the preparation to go into the spotlight. You guys are literally like, okay, I'm going to crystallize. And then someone's going to find me and someone's going to put me in a cute little gem like this. And I'm going to be, adding inspiration, adding good energy, giving off good energy. Because what do crystals do? They give off good energy. They balance out certain energy. And that's what you guys are going to be doing in order to finally step into the spotlight, which is the sun. So you guys are preparing for that right now. And then this number 44 is sticking out to me. You're creating this perfect foundation. There is 44, it reminds me of earth because the fours remind me of that solid foundation. It's very earth-like energy and you guys are finally stabilizing into that. And then that solar eclipse, oh my God, guys, that's intense. That's intense. This is all about synchronicity happening. This is divine timing happening. So if you guys feel like you're behind in anything, no. Divine timing, astrology is at play. There's divine timing in your guys' life. So the exciting news for you guys, the world ain't ready for you yet, but the world's gonna freaking love having you with all of your magic that you're gonna be coming into the world with, that you're gonna be, right now is that learning stage. It's that learning stage. And then finally getting ready to shine that light and then bring it to the world. Right now you're in that stage of preparing for it. So your exciting news is that spiritual awakening. Oh my gosh, you guys are literally becoming a crystal. Not literally, but like, metaphorically, metaphorically speaking. And then you're going to be able to transmute and transfer that energy to everyone else because you're finally going to realize your soul, your purpose, your destiny inside of this spiritual awakening that you guys are embarking on. And probably already mid. All right, sorry guys, my camera battery died just as I was ending this reading, but basically you're going through that spiritual awakening in order to prepare yourselves for the ultimate light that you're going to be shining on this planet, on this universe. So exciting. So happy for you guys, pile number 5. This is really inspiring, and I hope you guys are inspired by it. And I hope you guys enjoyed today's reading. If you did, don't forget to give it a really big thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button down below if you have not already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.